Is Christian McCaffrey healthy? We hear some reports that are going to be catered to the believer and the hopeful that say Christian McCaffrey's looking spry and quick in practice. Then you have other reports, people leaving comments everywhere that he looks really slow and he's washed. You're going to have two different perspectives on this. And I've watched footage of him running around. These are guys in shorts. They've got their sleeves rolled up. They're just out there trying to move around, get loose. I get it. It's hard to judge a player right now. And McCaffrey's so far away from week one. I think whether he looks quick, fast right now doesn't really matter. The bigger question for me is, will his body allow him to play football, take hits? I don't care what he looks like running around. He's not going to be, he doesn't look like he's lost this massive step to the point where he can't play football anymore. The question is not about what he looks like in shorts right now. Oh, he looks quick, he'll be fine, let's invest in him. Or, hey, he looks like he lost a step while he's running around, taking handoffs with no one around him. Why would he go 100%? This is more about the bigger problem at hand. The fact that this guy's been the biggest usage percentage-wise of his offense in the history of football, practically, from the running back position. He is the highest percentage of his team's offense, more than any other player I can remember. It might be historically, in fantasy at least, looking at a player like Christian McCaffrey for one of the big skill positions, it's like this guy has been overworked to a massive degree, and he's been injured nearly half his career. I got to have a big conversation about this and how many people are going to invest because he does appear to be healthy. Keep in mind, he didn't have an Achilles issue last year. Last year, he had a calf injury, and we found out he didn't. I don't know what to believe, even if we're told it by 5 different people. So we're breaking down Christian McCaffrey. We're breaking down Brandon Aiyuk, who won't help you until maybe mid-season, maybe longer. And even then, how many games will it take for Aiyuk to get even remotely up to speed? And even then, is he even the third wide receiver on the team? Or is he the second? Is he the one? Not the one. Jennings is the one. Pearsall's injured, won't be doing much at all until July. I don't mean to make this a Niner show, but there's just 3 bits of Niner news that just dropped today. So we're covering that. Shedeur Sanders jersey sales. We're doing it all. Then we're drafting. The Fantasy Football Show Graveyard Edition begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Yeah, ma. You saw Christian McCaffrey out there running, huh? Yeah, Sonny boy, he looks healthy to me. He's cutting, he's moving around. Ma, it doesn't matter. He's not taking hits right now. That Achilles isn't being tested. Ma, I'll talk to you later. I'm live. You know how many people I'm talking to left and right DMing me, he looks slow. Smitty, Christian McCaffrey looks slow. And even me, I'm like, don't judge his speed right now. The bigger question is, can he stay healthy when he's taking hits? Will his body hold up? Will his knees hold up? Your knees don't get better as you get older. They get worse. The knee susceptibility that this guy has to injury is crazy. His injury susceptibility to knee injuries is going to increase every year he plays. Your meniscus, think about it like your brake pads on your vehicle. You don't get to swap them out. They slowly get worn down over time. Your meniscus slowly gets damaged. His PCL injury from last year, you don't know if that's 100%. Maybe he doesn't feel pain. Maybe he's been totally cleared, but how is the integrity of the knee? Are you telling me it's 100% back to the tightness that it was before the PCL stretched to the point where it didn't need to be completely replaced, but it was stretched out? How is it looking? I don't know. I'm not saying I have any information on his PCL. I don't think they'd tell us anyway. Even if we heard it, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe anything coming out of San Francisco. I certainly won't believe anything coming out of Shanahan's mouth, because Shanahan knew he had an Achilles issue. Shanahan knew he had bilateral Achilles tendonitis, chronic, in both Achilles. And we're being told now he's completely healthy. How can you be completely healthy from chronic? Chronic means not going away. chronic bilateral Achilles tendonitis. His Achilles, what it means is slowly unravel those little strands that make up a big army rope that you would climb in school, that has all these different strands, all not, twisting around. Your Achilles, his Achilles specifically, is snapping. Every little tiny strand, one by one, snapping, and the Achilles is becoming vulnerable. He went overseas, got some injections, and what? It all grew back. His Achilles is just fine? I don't think so. He was the biggest avoid Christian McCaffrey walking into 2024, and we called that right. I'm not proud that we did. I'm glad that my followers benefited from that, but am I excited that a guy got hurt? No. But when you deal with calf injuries, and we will know, mark my words, we will know how his Achilles is holding up based on how his calves respond. Your calves are an alarm system a lot of the time for the Achilles. Just like Aaron Rodgers suffered the calf injury, was wearing the calf sleeve. Remember that? He had that calf sleeve on, and then boom, tore his Achilles tendon in game 1. Didn't bother him in practice. He had the sleeve on. He was dropping back. He was doing things left and right. Christian McCaffrey's not bothering him right now, running with nobody there. As a running back, you hit a hole, you're getting hit by 3 different people by 3 different directions, and trying to keep on your feet while 300-pound linemen start to add up and accumulate 600 pounds, 900 pounds, shoving you into the ground while your Achilles is firing off, trying to stay on your feet. This is a totally different process. I don't care what he's doing in shorts. And you can say, Smitty, how hypocritical. You just posted a video of Aiyuk looking amazing in just shorts running around. And you know what I have to say to that? Who cares? You're damn right.
Let him cook.
I make no claims that I'm a perfect man. I make no claims that I don't say one thing that seems different, but I do know that I have a particular set of skills that make me a nightmare for your league mates, skills I've acquired over a long career, and I do have the ability to assess different situations and say, you know what? This feels different. You know what? I'm not worried about a young kid, having Achilles issues. Look how good Aiyuk looks. He's in shorts, Smitty. He's in shorts. You just said you don't care about shorts. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Case by case basis. But what you are going to have to make a decision on is, do you trust me to have different judgments that brush up against different reasoning that makes one thing seem hypocritical, one seem not hypocritical? There's so many moving parts. You do have to at least try to put your trust in me, that I know over the course of 23, 24, whatever the hell amount of years it's been as a professional analyst doing this, that there are reasons to let go of some things, not look at some things for one player, look at some things for another. I have no bias for Christian McCaffrey. Why would I have bias for him walking into 2023 saying he's a complete avoid when I talk up Niner players all the time? This is a case-by-case situation sometimes. This excites me. This doesn't make me feel like, oh, I'm getting overly excited about Aiyuk. Everything I say about Aiyuk, I said before he did those things. These are amplifying what I already think about the kid, how quick he is, how good he looks, how precise he is, how NFL ready he is. He's a young man. Christian McCaffrey going out, and let's say he did look good, and he didn't look great in these drills, but you notice I didn't rip him apart saying he looks slow and he's not going to do well because he looks slow. I don't think he looked either slow or fast. I think he was running around today and yesterday at a medium pace because there's no one chasing him. There's no reason to go 100%. You never would go 100% by yourself and blow out something just because you're trying to warm up. He's warming up. You don't know what he's doing the whole entire day. These are focused clips of him. So I think I am pretty damn unbiased when it comes to this stuff. But the greater problem is his age mixed with his history of injury. The biggest predictor of injury is the past. And we have a guy that has missed nearly half his career, missed big chunks, 2 seasons in a row. That he played 2 seasons. Now he's probably taking 2 seasons in a row off again. 1 season being last year, this season being another. And very hard to imagine him staying healthy when he has chronic bilateral Achilles tendonitis, had a torn PCL, struggled with knee injuries for about 2 years in length. You can take a gamble on him all all you want, Smitty. But what if I get Garendo and what if I get Garendo, Smitty? If I have Garendo, I should be okay. You won't have Garendo in my draft because I will draft Garendo and won't allow you to cuff Garendo. If you were to draft Christian McCaffrey at the top of 2 and you cuffed him to Garendo and Jordan James, it requires all 3. And if you're going to say, Smitty, you just tell me to cuff 3 guys, what an idiot, then don't draft Christian McCaffrey in that league. If you're going to go down this road and you're going to draft Christian McCaffrey, make sure you can cuff all 3 together. Jordan James, just like I told everyone to cuff Garendo and Jordan Mason, not just Jordan Mason. Garendo and Mason to Christian McCaffrey last year. It saved your season. It saved your season. These hats, by the way, these magnificent hats, you can get these. Link in the description. It says get the hat Smitty's wearing. These are embroidered hats. I love these. We've already sold a bunch of them already. And I'm not even trying to make a profit. I'm just trying to create a good hat. A good quality hat. You guys can walk around proudly with the embroidery on the front. This is stitched. It's raised. It's embroidered. It looks amazing. It feels amazing. Embroidery on the side. Embroidery on the back. Blank on this side. And then I've got a white and really light color version that has embroideries on all sides. So it has another, just like this here. It has it over here. Go check it out. Link in description. I've already ordered 11 of them. I ordered 11 because what if they don't make them anymore? Or if they contact me and say we can't do it anymore? I don't know. I need to have 11. I'm the kind of guy who goes to a place, and if I find a great pair of shorts at Costco, and you don't go shopping at Costco, I don't know what's up with you. As you get older, when you get over like 35 years old, Costco is the best place to go get clothes. It is. You get brand names. Hurley's there. They got everything. It's just overstock. So if I find a pair of shorts at Costco and I like them, I go back the next day and I get 2 or 3 pairs, put them in a drawer, and I have them just in case. Just in case. And anyway. Keats says, talk about football. Here, Keats, how about I put you in timeout? Since you don't like what I have to talk about, I'll talk about whatever I want when I want. Okay, Keats, there you go. You're in timeout for 5 minutes to think about how you can better behave in my live chat. Okay, because I'll talk about whatever I want. Keats, you want me to talk about Costco? I'll talk about Costco for another 15 minutes if I want to. Jennings is the number 1 wide receiver. Jennings is the number 1 wide receiver in this San Francisco 49ers offense. There's no debate. Aiyuk will not help you. Aiyuk will not help you. Aiyuk won't be ready until they say at least midseason. Once he comes back, his mind won't be right. Once he comes back, he'll be fighting for the number 3 wide receiver role, not the number 2, not the number 1. He will be the team's wide receiver 3. That is assuming that also Pearsall is not suffering injury or anything like that. But Jennings is the number 1 wide receiver. Jennings looks great right now at practice. He looks fantastic. He always does. He's a dog. He knows the offense. He's the most veteran wide receiver in the room now, even over Brandon Aiyuk. Brandon Aiyuk doesn't stand a chance to grab Jennings' job. Brandon Aiyuk will be lucky to be on this team 1 calendar year from today. In fact, I predict if Aiyuk doesn't somehow have an amazing, I'm talking unbelievable bounce back second half of the season once he gets into the lineup, the 3rd wide receiver role, I think he gets cut or traded. Probably could trade him if he proved to be healthy. I don't think Aiyuk will play 2026 in a Niners uniform. They don't want him there. They don't want him there. If you know anything at all close to this organization, you know they regret the signing of Brandon Aiyuk. They did not want to go that route in hindsight. I think that I would draft Jennings in a lot of leagues. I tout a Niner or player or two every year. Every year. For people to think I'm a Niner hater, I'm not. I talk about Debo all the time for years. Last year, it was Mason and Garendo. This year, it's Garendo and Jordan James. One of my favorite cuffs for running it back. This is the same thing from last year. Christian McCaffrey gets hurt when Christian McCaffrey gets hurt and misses time, Jordan James is the third, but he might start games. How many games does Jordan James start? 3, 2, 4, 5? I mean, how many games? How many games will Guerrero start? 5, 6, 10? Who knows? I do know we're getting starts out of the combo. The combo's key. Guerrero can catch the football, that's for sure. I think Guerrero is special. I think Jordan James is quietly special too. I think the Niners do know how to draft RBs, even with Adam Peters gone. I do still think the Niners know how to run the damn ball very, very well. I do believe that you could, in theory, draft Christian McCaffrey, Guerrero, and Jordan James in a best ball where you aren't in control of who goes in or out. It's optimal scoring. But if Christian McCaffrey misses 90% of a game in best ball, Guerrero, if he blows up, gets started for you automatically. There's no decision that had to be made. Whereas in best ball, that's the way it is. But whereas in non-best ball, you literally get screwed. Any game McCaffrey goes down or gets pulled back or gets dialed back, has a flare-up, you get screwed. It's hard to make these judgment calls ahead of the time when you don't have all the information and when the coach isn't honest with you. And when John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are not open and honest about the situation and they don't tell you what's going on, you can get royally screwed. If it's me in non-best ball, I'm not touching Christian McCaffrey. If you believe in Guerrero and Jordan James like I do, you draft them and get somebody else in Christian McCaffrey's place at his ADP, and you have the best of both worlds potentially. Aiyuk, don't touch. Jennings draft as a wide receiver 3 without any hesitation. Ricky Pearsall, he's already banged up. He's already hurt. Let's go over that real quickly. He's already hurt. This is the Brandon Aiyuk news. Brandon Aiyuk is not participating in voluntary workouts as he recovers from his ACL, and he's not expected to be ready until mid-season at the earliest. So that's the report on Brandon Aiyuk. Not going to help you. He's not going to help you. Ricky Pearsall tweaked his hamstring and is unlikely to practice in full until training camp starts in July. That's not good. Juwan Jennings' season is getting even nicer looking at this point. Shedeur, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the political landscape. The media wants to tear down Shedeur Sanders. The talking heads want to tear down Shedeur Sanders. The scouts want to tear down Shedeur Sanders, but the people love him. But the people overwhelmingly love him. The people have spoken, and they continue to speak no matter what the media says. And the people are telling you that this guy has the top jersey being sold out of all the rookies. What does that tell you? That the disconnect between the media and the disconnect between the people is great. There's a canyon between. And this guy has the number 1 jersey being sold out of all the rookies, but you're being told what? Over and over and over. That he's arrogant. You're being told that he's not good enough. You're being told that a lot of GMs, what? GMs? What GMs? Who? Who's saying this? Who's saying what? Because I want to know who doesn't know what they're talking about. Good for Shedeur. Good for Shedeur. I love the haters. Shedeur's going to rise up. All the doubters are going to eat their words. The kid has been, listen to the words coming out of my mouth, because some of you can't hear. When I say this, you go, humble. He called Shedeur humble. There's always 1 or 2 of you in the comments that say, I can't believe you think he's humble. You call a kid with a big chain, this gold chain, that says legendary humble? Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Since he was drafted, he has been nothing but humble about the draft process and his place within his new organization. He has taken it in stride. He hasn't complained one time. He has kept his head down. He has asked for help. He's done all the drills. He's put himself in the low totem pole position and completely accepted his role. This kid has done nothing but impress in his role. I'm not talking about when he's at home and the spotlight's on him because his dad's such a big public figure and he has to play that role. He's always had to. He's been under his dad's thumb. Do you blame him? Do you blame him for not reverting at times maybe? Or if he's joking around and cameras are catching him talking and he says something like, who cares? This kid's been nothing but professional. And all of these people And the media are mostly responsible. And then there's a lot of people that are negative like anything. But it reminds me of the political landscape where most everybody's being told that something's a certain way, but the people feel differently. Shadur Sanders, good for you.
Let him cook.
Good for you. Good for you, Shadur. Top jersey being sold out of all the rookies. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into a draft or two in a minute. I'm going to open the phone lines first, and then just right now, make sure you're signed up. I'm going to give you guys some time to sign up. Underdog, promo code Smitty. The link's in the live chat. Links in the live chat. Link is in the description. Code Smitty gets it done as well. And let me drop this link right here. This is for Underdog. I'm going to wait a minute before we jump in a draft. So don't jump in yet. We'll be opening up that in 1 second. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. All right, so you're going to click that link. You're going to sign up on Underdog. Promo code Smitty. Do it live. Do it live. And then we'll wait a minute and we'll jump into a draft. I think maybe we'll do a super flex. Should we do a puppy or a super flex? I don't know. We'll play it by ear. But just get yourself ready. And then we'll jump in. So hang tight. Let's let everybody sign up. Code Smitty. Underdog. Promo code Smitty. Phone lines are open.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Phone lines are open. If Hill leaves, things change. You talking about Tua and the Dolphins? I mean, yeah, hard to say. San Francisco had a guy walk and tear his Achilles walking onto the field. Exactly. Medical recovery team is something over in San Francisco. You're right, bro. You're right. You know, it's tough. The Achilles is tough because you can look as good as Christian McCaffrey. Reportedly, some people think he looks bad. But you can look as good as Christian McCaffrey looks right here, right? Running around. And you could tear your Achilles literally like just bursting off the couch and going to get a soda. Because your Achilles is in a vulnerable position. It's you don't know when the last strand and where that Achilles just ends up bursting. It's like a domino is lined up. It's like everything looks good. One domino falls. Maybe it falls and doesn't hit the other dominoes, but once it does, the whole thing just goes. The Achilles tendon is not something that you tear like an ACL where it's random. It's just an awkward hit to the knee and it pops and you're like, damn, freak Achilles. On turf, untouched, you cut, boom. I think everyone looks at the Achilles tendon similar, that it's got to be a certain burst and it's random. It's not. It's the wearing down of a tendon that has all these different strands woven in like this, like an army rope. And one strand breaks, another strand breaks, another strand breaks, another strand breaks. The integrity starts to go. Your calves start to get injured very easily because it's a warning sign. It's like an alert, a bell going off. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? So it's definitely something you got to be careful to think that it's anything other than what it is. A slow unraveling or snapping of your Achilles. Let's get into a super flex right now. Go to Underdog, okay? Underdog code Smitty, link is pinned in the live chat. Click on the Superflex drafts, okay? When you get to the Superflex drafts, you're going to, let me pull it up. You're going to click Originals, and then at the top, you're going to select one of the NFL like little tab, and then you'll see the Superflex Underdog Superflex draft. So let me, 2 more to start. 2 more to start. Oh, that's the wrong draft. There we go. Hold on, I'm on the clock here. Let's check it out. Puppy. Team so far, Gibbs and HN. Oh, I did a double RB here. Should I go Gibbs, HN, and Kyron and try and pull off late wide receiver, or do I take JSN? Everybody vote here. What do I do in this situation? I got about 20 seconds before I got to switch back over to the other draft as it loaded, and I got, of course, the 8 pick, nothing higher. I never get anything higher. What are we doing here? What are we doing here with this pick? JSN or go triple RB and try it? Young says, my boss tore his Achilles playing with his dogs, barely even took a step. That's the thing. The Achilles is ready to just go at any moment when it's ready to go. Triple RB, JSN, triple RB. Come on, give me some more votes. We'll try it out. We'll go triple RB on that one. So this one's going to be interesting. We'll see who we get. 12 picks away for a wide receiver. Gibbs, Achane, Kyron. Love it. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, here we are. Superflex. Josh Allen, Lamar, Jaden Daniels, number 4 overall on the clock. Doing it live as we speed through this sucker. Triple RB it is. We went triple RB. Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. The cigar smoker. Bijan. Bijan. Let's go with Jamar Chase. Once the top QBs go, I'm tempted to try a little different type of thing. Not taking Kyler, or I'm not doing that. I'm not saying I'm going to like the outcome of this team, but it is fun to try. You got to go against traffic when you're given a late Superflex draft slot, and you got to do it live. You got to do it live. Phone lines are open. Dial in. I think I might have had them closed. I'm sorry.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Okay. 31 months, man. Alejandro, appreciate you. Any super chats will get immediate attention. Baker, touchdown maker, and Bo Nix, little combo right there for Miles. We got Chris on the clock with Saquon Barkley action. Jahmyr Gibbs. I was kind of hoping Gibbs was going to fall to me, to be honest. Barkley falls. What do I do here? 7 seconds. What's he doing? He goes Puka. So Kyler Murray, Christian McCaffrey, Barkley already went. Okay. I think I'm going to go. I don't mind going Kyler here. Acceptable. And this is a little different. Remember when I said, how do you check to see if your super flex draft is on par with my strategy of choice? What you do in this case when you go wide receiver, then quarterback, is hold your hand over the second round and pretend the second round doesn't exist. Okay, so you just hold your hand over it, and Jamar Chase is your first rounder. That's acceptable. So when I get to my third round pick should feel like a second rounder. If it does, then I'm on par for the course. My third rounder feels like a second rounder, my fourth rounder feels like a third rounder, then you're on track. So you just gotta do it that way. Because I took in a one QB, I took a QB in the second round. So that's how you it's like an answer key to seeing if your team is on track. Are you doing reaching? Are you drafting QBs in the right spots? I love this hat. Have I told you guys that I love this hat? This hat is amazing. I'm not even trying to sell it. I'm not trying to make a killing on the hat. I'm not trying to do that by promoting this. I'm merely just telling you we've cracked it. This is a beautiful hat now. Flex fit, embroidered on 3 sides. I have the 4-side version up too. Simple, just the show logo. I really, really, really love this hat. It's so wonderful. It is. I'm so excited we finally cracked it. We've had kind of mediocre hats. Not anymore, baby. Not anymore. And they're not that expensive. To get it embroidered on 3 different sides is $34. but that's not that bad. It's $36 for the 4 embroiderers. So I try to keep the price as low as I can. Brian Thomas Jr., Nico, Derrick Henry, Brock Bowers. So team 1's got Josh Allen, Brock Bowers, Achane. Love that squad. It's hard to screw up the 1 pick, though. Lamar, Henry, Christian McCaffrey, Jaden Daniels, Nico, Bucky. Love that. Jalen Hurts, BT, AJ Brown. Like that. Joe Burrow, Malik Neighbors, Amon-Ra. Like that. Bijan Fields and Drake London. Mahomes, Dak, Prescott, and who? It's so getting the 1 pick in a super flex is such an advantage. It is. I don't see how you can screw it up. 3 QBs for Speedy. He took Goff. JT is available. McBride is there. I'm gonna go McBride. Kyler McBride. Jamar. I don't think I've ever built a team like this. In Superflex. This feels good. This feels pretty good. Kyler McBride stack. Jamar Chase. I'm liking this. Smitty, can the hat do a rally hat steadily? How do you do a rally? I'm not a baseball guy, but isn't it? What is this? What do you do for the rally hat? How do you? I might need Travis to call in and walk me through it. Rally hat. Let's ask Kruger. Kruger, how do you perform the rally hat steadily?
Pull off the rally hat. You just flip your cap inside out and wear it that way to spark some good luck.
But is it? Do you wear it like that, or do you actually flip it all the way out? I don't want to ruin my hat, bro. Who does that BS? Why would I want to do that to my hat? Wrinkle it all up. What are we doing back there? Right, Krug?
The classic rally hat tradition is to flip it inside out, but you can just turn it around or wear it backward to keep it pristine.
Yeah.
It's the superstition and the vibe.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do something like this, but I'm not folding this sucker. I just got it inside out. What do I look like, a baseball guy? You gotta be crazy. You kidding me? You kidding me? Marvin Harrison Jr. We got Breece Hall. We can do a hall of a job if we want. We got no RB yet. Let's go with let's swing big with Breece Hall. He could have a big season. So Kyler, Breece Hall, Jamar Chase, McBride. Really solid stuff. Really solid stuff. The rally hat is iconic. I mean, I'm not a baseball guy, so I mean, maybe people probably do it in other sports too, but it's really baseball. If I need to fall asleep, I'll put on a game, but other than that, I'm more of a basketball guy. Basketball, Costco, fantasy football, NFL, food, breakfast, Forerunners. Cream sodas, yeah, Sick Nasty, that'll work. No, let's ask Kruger if he likes a good cream soda. Hey Kruger, you like a good cream soda?
Oh, absolutely. A nice cold cream soda can hit the spot, especially during a live stream celebration. It's definitely one of those fun, nostalgic treats.
What running back do you think I drafted in a super flex draft where you draft 2 quarterbacks, so quarterbacks go a little early? The entire first round is kind of like quarterbacks. What running back do you think I drafted in the 4th round as my running back 1 in a super flex draft? Live right now on the stream. Take 2 guesses. You probably only need 1, Kruger.
All right, I'm going to guess you snagged Devon Chain as your RB1 in the 4th round. If not him, maybe you went for someone like Travis Etienne. How did I do?
I would love Achane in round 4. I went ahead and grabbed Breece Hall, but understandable.
This Hall in the 4th round is a steal. He's going to deliver some massive points, especially as the season heats up. Great pick.
Man, do I go Tua or Stafford? You got it. Go ahead, Krug. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say Tua has got that high ceiling with all the weapons in Miami. Stafford's solid, but Tua could give you more explosive weeks.
Yeah, but let's test Kruger here. Kruger, who is his number 2 wide receiver? Number 1 is Puka Nacua. Who's his number 2 wide receiver? He's gonna say Cooper Kupp.
Wide receiver is
Cooper.
So Tua's,
Cooper Kupp.
yep, Cooper Kupp. Even though he's had some injuries, he's still a top-tier target when healthy.
Do you think maybe it could be Devontae Adams, not Cooper Kupp?
That's a possibility. If it's Devontae Adams, Tua's still in a great spot with 2 elite targets. Either way, he's got a strong receiving core.
Okay, I went Stafford. Oh, bro is out of this world crazy. I like the Stafford pick at 56. I think it feels pretty good. Team's looking solid. Team's looking really, really good. Kyler, Stafford, Breece Hall, Jamar Chase, Trey McBride. Feeling really, really solid about that. Got Travis Hunter, Cam Ward. We got James Cook. Quarterbacks are flying off the board. Tyreek Hill. Mike Evans, not bad. Mike Evans is pretty good value rock out. That's not bad. Talking round 6. George Kittle, okay. On the clock here, not going in that direction. I'm going to cue Trey Henderson. Let's take Devontae Adams with Stafford. Yeah. So now we've got Kyler Murray, Stafford. Kyler cuffed to Trey McBride. Stafford cuffed to Devontae Adams. And then Jamar Chase and Breece Hall. No stack relations whatsoever going on, but feeling pretty good about that. Yeah, Sick Nasty, you're right. Ever since that, who was it that complained about Kruger saying he was like political or something? And then once he said that, I told Kruger he said that, and then ever since then, Kruger's been off. It's almost like his woke sensor was, initiated. he's just absolutely crazy. Puka's still good with one hand tied behind his back. Okay, jotting this down, says Marquez. I don't really know if you're responding to somebody else, but that wasn't me, so I don't know. I'm going to move on. All right, let's go back down to the 1 pick. So, yeah, 1 pick, nice team, man. You're doing really good. Josh Allen, Bowers, Achane, McCarthy, Penix Jr., Trey Henderson, J-Mo. Nice team. I probably wouldn't have went McCarthy myself. I would have been happy with Penix Jr. and Josh Allen and just stacked another player. But I like your team. The 2 slot, I don't know that I personally would have, rather than waste a pick on an AR5, who could be a steal. He could be. I would have probably went with a different player like Trey Henderson, who you could have got. Devontae Smith. These are still good teams, though. We've got Hurts, BT, AJ Brown, Harvey, JSN, Darnold, and then Alvin Kamara. This slot from the 5, Joe Burrow, Malik Neighbors, Amon-Ra, Ladd, Rashee Rice, Hubbard, and who? Judkins. Bijan, Fields, London, Chase Brown, Terry McLaurin, Ted McMillan, and who? Dino. Okay. Running backs are getting kind of thin. Monty's not bad. I'll cue him for good measure. I think I'm looking at, honestly, I'm going to go George Pickens. think a big year for Georgie boy. Pickens, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, McBride cuffed to Kyler. I got Adams cuffed to Stafford. I got Breece Hall kind of going hero RB. See how I went hero RB without planning it. Don't plan it. It's just you're recognizing what path you're going down. You're practicing it. You have it down pat. You know what to do. You know how to implement it. You know how to back out of it at any moment. I'm not going to commit to hero RB now if I see something pop up, but really we're at the point anyway. I'm not taking Kyler after all the QBs are gone. Then he takes Kyler. Love you, Smitty. Had to click. I don't think you understand what I said, Brian. I know you think you got me here, but you didn't. I didn't take Kyler. I took Kyler at a different pick. I said when I was on the clock. So when I say something on the clock and then another pick, I'm supposed to still be in the same conversation, Brian. I appreciate you back, but you didn't get me there as much as you think you did. You can clip it all you want, but it doesn't even make sense what you're saying. All right, Debo just went. I would have considered Debo for sure had he been available. I might have to reach hardcore on this pick. No, you know what? I'm just gonna pick I'm gonna pick the smart pick. I'm not saying I love it, but it's a smart pick that's gonna get volume, and I need that. So I went Caleb Johnson, paired him with Breece Hall. Not feeling bad about it at all. He's not one of my favorite running backs, but it's volume. I need volume at this point because I have no RB2. That looks pretty good. McBride, Pickens, Adams, Jamar Chase, Caleb, Breece, Kyler, Stafford doing it live. I love Brian thinks I'm stepping on my own words. I'm literally on the clock. Where's my pick? I'm on the clock and I say, I'm not taking Kyler. Why would I take Kyler here? Jamar Chase is here. I take Jamar Chase, and then Kyler falls. Shouldn't fall, but falls my next pick. And my comments about the round prior have to now hold? I don't understand. Look at this team. I like it. Caleb was good. That was good. That was a good pick. It was smart. Sometimes you got to be smart. Even if you're picking a guy you're not traditionally drafting, there's some red flags. That was smart. You want to know where I draft Caleb Johnson? That's where I draft Caleb Johnson. In a bind, have no other RB. Feel like he's one-dimensional. I do think if Warren got hurt, he could get an uptick, but Judkins falling, getting him mid-rounds is a steal and cuff with Sampson. It can be, yeah. I like him the more he falls, bro. I'll tell you that. Our group is just sniping these guys so early. Milrow. Milrow might have been close to this area maybe, but I venture to say he's probably still like a handful of picks down. But in this environment, we got to almost like take guys we love. But it is what it is. Okay, DeAndre Swift. I wouldn't mind going wide receiver if the right one was available. Quarterback, I'm probably gonna go. I'm gonna go Sharps early. Everyone's taking these guys early. I'm gonna go Sharps early because I need that. I'm gonna need that swing. I'm gonna need that pretty bad because everything else is perfect. Everything else is beautiful. Trey McBride, George Pickens, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Breece Hall, Caleb Johnson. I need Charbonnet to step up. Kyler and Stafford. Is the phone line gone? What is going on here?
You're right. You're right. I saw it the other day. I watched the old show. that Purdy lock.
Okay, the phone line's working. I just tested it. I had to reboot the speaker. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
We should be good now. Dial in. Might be a dumb question, but will Samson be worth... I mean, bro, Samson could technically get half the work. I mean, people assuming Judkins is taking over. He's the ground and pound between the tackle guys. Samson, they've already said that he's going to be the receiving upside player. Let's go with not loving anything there. I hate doing this. It feels like I'm burning a pick, but it gives me Caleb and Jalen Warren. I got Breece Hall, Charbonnet. Feel very, very secure at RB now. Feel pretty good about that. Caleb Johnson and Warren gives me some security. Charbonnet is my big swing, and I love Breece Hall, so I feel pretty good about the crew. Art says Amon-Ra and Chase Brown. Or I'm sorry, not Chase Brown. Reading two questions, mixing them up. Amon-Ra or Drake London in redraft. I mean, Amon-Ra's going around 1, London's going around 2, so consensus, you ask the chat, you're going to get a Amon-Ra answer. But London at cost in round 2, you could argue is maybe better, but you're talking about two different values. So I don't think, I think the answer is Amon-Ra. But could London outscore him? Sure. Sure thing, bro. The real question is, when do I take Jimmy G to cuff to Stafford? Just kidding. I'm not. What do I look like? What do I look like, bro? I'm so strong at wide receiver that I keep putting it off. I'm going to take one more RB here. I went straight 4 RBs in a row because I didn't take a single RB through. Oh, no, I did take Breece Hall. But I love my stable, bro. Breece Hall, Caleb with Warren, Charbonnet, Benson. I got a bye week 8, a bye week 8, 2 bye week 5s, bye week 9. Quarterbacks are both bye week 8. I mean, that's tough because who's to say my, we'll see what I do. We'll see what I can do there. Let's see what I can do here, ladies and gentlemen. God, I wish Kyler or Stafford had a good backup, because I feel kind of good doing something weird. Kirk Cousins or Danny Dimes? Kirk Cousins, Danny Dimes, Joe Flacco. I don't think I'm going to get a response in time. I'll go Flacco. He's starting some games, that's for sure. I don't think they unlock Shador until later. I wish they would, but I don't think they're going to. Yeah, Danny Dimes. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't pull the trigger. Might have been smart. Might have been smarter. Let's see, who could I take here coming up? Are my phone lines broken? Or can someone tell me if they've tried calling? Or is literally, have I missed a call? Do we literally have no one calling in? I know it's late. It's 2 a.m. Eastern, I guess.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
I imagine that's part of the problem. I went live a little bit late today. I'm sorry. I just don't know if my phone lines have been broken. Flacco. Yeah, Flacco did say he's not mentoring nobody. He's trying to ball out. So hopefully we get enough production out of him to last a while. I was gonna maybe go Cousins there. Jack Besh, thank you very much. Team's looking good. We got Kyler, Stafford, Flacco, Breece Hall, Caleb, Zach Charbonnet, Jalen Warren cuffed to Caleb, Trey Benson, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, Jack Besh, and McBride. Get McBrided. Get mother freaking.
Once upon a time, Trey McBride saw two quarterbacks cross streams.
There are 2 5s?
They're gonna cross streams.
He worked effortlessly trying to accomplish this feat on his own. Then, one day, he crossed his 4th and 5th round average draft position. And then, this occurred. Get McBrided.
Remember when he had a 4th and 5th round ADP? What's up, Travis?
Hey, what's up?
Looks like my phone is working. I wasn't at first, but the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, no one's called, so I was wondering if it was broken. Hey,
Good.
would you go Kyle Pitts here likely? And I have no backup tight end yet, or would you just grab Will Howard? You got 8 seconds, 5 seconds actually.
Howard.
All right, let's
Couple times.
yeah, let's just grab Will Howard. I figure by week 8 he might be in there for my bye week situation.
I know you've never been a big Frymuth guy, and I haven't really either. I think he's okay. But are you even more hesitant now that they're talking about Jonnu, just until that situation clears up?
For sure. Why?
He was still tight end 9 last year, so he has a little bit of value.
Yeah, why are they even inquiring? You know what I mean?
Yeah, just too, because you keep hearing reports that Darnell Washington, he looks good, he looks fast, and that. Are they trying to talk him up so they can trade him? Help.
It's crazy. I don't know, but yeah, I've never been a Fryermuth guy anyway, so that certainly doesn't make me feel like, oh yeah, I like him a lot now. When I heard they're trying to get Jonnu Smith, trying to put Fryermuth on the pine.
I was hoping they'd get Darnell Washington some more work. I like him coming out of college. I know he's not like this elite route runner or wicked faster, and as a red zone guy and stuff, it's huge.
$5 hauler. How long does Russ hang on as a starter in New York? And do you think Jameis gets any starts? Do you think if Russ got benched really quickly, would they go straight to Jackson Dart? I kind of think they would, but I don't know. I mean, part of me wonders if they even like trade Winston, or I don't know what this contract with that would look like, or did they cut him, or did it just keep?
I think it's really going to depend how Dart looks, how far along he is.
He's looked pretty good.
I guess he's looked pretty good. So. I guess I get why they did the rough thing just for security, but we just went with Jameis. So I guess Jameis has some injury.
Maybe. All right, so my team real quickly. Kyler, Stafford. I've got Kyler cuffed to McBride. I got Stafford cuffed to Devontae Adams. So Kyler, Stafford, Breece Hall, Caleb Johnson, cuffed to Jalen Warren, Zach Charbonnet, Benson, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, Jack Besh, Pat Bryant, and the McBride. Pretty cool team. And you notice how I didn't really go with the sniping flow. I just kind of said, you know what, I'm going to go in a different direction. And I've drafted a team I would never normally draft.
That's the way to do it if you think about it. You still get good players.
Yeah, I just don't go in the direction I need to. Like, as much as I want to take Harvey, I'd have to reach for him beyond, reason. So I just let him go and do what I got to do. But I like this team. Perfect example of letting the draft come to you. The only reach I had, Will Howard, I reached a ton, but I think the ADP hasn't settled with all these quarterbacks yet. And I reached a ton on Charbonnet. Past that, I think I got everybody pretty cleanly. ADP. So Kyler, I took at 17, is ADP 16. Matthew Stafford 56 is ADP 61, but that's fine because it seems like people are reaching. Took Breece at 41 is ADP 50. I guess I did some reaching, but not much. All right, on the clock here. Knowing my depth, pretty solid all around. Tight ends are pretty thinned out. I don't know that I'm even interested there. RB, I think I'm just going to grab another quarterback here. Milton or Willis? Hurry.
Ooh, Willis.
Oh, no! God! I had Yoshi Voss queued. Okay. That was a little early, but now he's going to get taken. There's no doubt about it. I'm reaching over my mic arm, and I swiped, and then, don't you hate, everybody knows what I'm talking about. On your phone, you'll try and do something, and then the way your finger hits the screen, you end up swiping it away, and I was trying to draft. That's all right. Malik Willis, of course. He was so far down there too. That was he was like 6-7 quarterbacks down, and of course he goes. Right there. Come on, Joss.
That's insane.
Come on, Joss.
Oh, wait, is John the? No, it's not John. It's the Green Bay fan.
Now Joss is typing right now. I was going to take him anyway. He was already queued. Sure. Likely story, Joss. I already had him queued. He was queued. What?
He just admitted to tonight. Jose, that he needed a QB good success in Smitty.
It's okay, Jose. You paid hard-earned money to play. You get whoever you want, young man.
I just said Willis because you got Milton last night.
Yeah. Man, my finger, it just swiped it, and then when I went to hit it, I swiped it back, but then as I did it, it scrolled. I'd love to watch the replay on that. I opened it up to hit draft, and then as I went to hit the green draft button, I slid it up. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. No, thank you. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to time out. I mean, I got Will Howard. There's Freiermuth. I'm going to take Otten because I'm timing out. I don't know. I don't know if that was a good pick or not. I like Otten, but who knows what he's going to do. He's intriguing. I mean, he had a nice stretch of games. Otten, what wasn't it like 3 or 4 games where he was just, let me pull it up.
I think it was 3 or 4 games. I guess the only issue was
It's when everybody was injured. Everybody was injured.
1 or 2 of Howard, McMillan, and Godwin were all out.
Yeah.
He was playing.
And then when they came back, he vanished.
Maybe that. Yeah.
Pumpkin.
I mean, I get because it's tough to get a target share, but he was so dominant. You would have thought they'd still try to get him.
I know.
Every 6 targets.
Why does somebody vanish? Why can't they just lessen the? How do they just go away? It's so crazy.
That's what I mean.
So it's,
you can't give him half the target.
yeah, it was this 3-game stretch right here. 8 catches, 100 yards. 9 catches, 81 and 2. 8 catches, 77 and 1. It was just a little
Target.
little
I guess they still gave him a decent amount of targets after that.
yeah, just a little shot of
It
glory.
wasn't.
Thank you, Jaime, for the super chat. Just a little shot of glory.
I picked him up. I picked him up, and he carried me for a few weeks, having that advantage.
All right, I'm on the clock again. Round 18. This is 20 rounds. So, feel pretty solid.
QBs left.
Spencer Rattler, Mason Rudolph. I do have Will Howard. What do you think? Mac Jones.
Mac could get in.
I'll take.
Oh, Purdy would have to get hurt.
I'll take Winston.
I was just gonna say that. That's not a bad.
But with Will Howard, should I go?
He gets in stuff.
I would never draft Rudolph.
Oh.
I would never draft Rudolph on his own, but because of Will Howard, should I?
I don't see any world where he doesn't come back.
What about Pickett? Because I hate drafting Pickett, but I have Flacco.
I think it wouldn't be terrible.
Levis, the mayonnaise man.
I was just gonna say they keep saying that's a competition, but unless Ward is struggling, he's got to start the season, right?
What about Hendon Hooker? Who we
I was just gonna say, Hendon Hooker,
pour one out for Gump.
right?
Spencer Rattler, he probably starts some games. I don't know. Hard to say.
I think Tyler Shuck is starting from day one there.
Yeah. I don't know if he lasts, but I needed another tight end. Juwan Johnson.
Great. Go ahead.
Theo Johnson. What about Higbee since I have Stafford? Not bad.
That's not bad. I mean, Higbee's good as long as he's healthy. Whenever he's healthy, he produces.
He's always banged up.
That's ball. That's not bad.
Let's go Higbee here. This is round 19, so I got one more pick in me here. And real quickly, just looking at the roster, I got Hall, Caleb, Warren, Sharps, Benson. Could use another RB, I suppose. Jamar Chase, Adams, George Pickens, Besh, Bryant, Yoshi Voss. That's probably pretty good given my top 3. I've got
Between Beth and Bryant, they'll get targets.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I'm tempted to grab. Ewers wasn't a bad move, I suppose, because you think Tua's going to get hurt at some point.
Yeah, I think he passes Wilson on the depth chart right away. Not much to pass.
I don't know. Such a tough question to answer.
No.
Okay, I got my. Oh damn! I thought maybe Corey Cross Kimura he's taken. Of course he is. Okay,
Guy.
running backs. Sean Tucker. Jeez, you guys cleaned out this entire.
Mitchell.
Ah! It timed out on me, Rudolph. Oh well.
That's all right.
At least I got. I mean, look at all those quarterbacks. Kyler Murray. I'm not saying they're great. Kyler Murray and Stafford's good. Flacco, Howard, Rudolph, Jameis Winston. So, I mean, I think, you know, with my two quarterbacks, it's not like I'm trying to grab Arsenal to get a second. I've got two. I've got Stafford and Kyler.
Yeah.
So I think for that by week 8, maybe Howard, or, you know, if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, then I've got Mason Rudolph or Will Howard in there by week 8. So
Yep.
it's all right. Running backs, I love Breece Hall.
Things are a disaster in New York. Jameis Winston could be in.
I feel pretty good about this.
Gotta-
Not my favorite team, but a lot of bye weeks 10 for a receiving room. But I'll have Adams and Jack Besh and Pat Bryant available, but I need all three of them to be healthy. But that's all right. I think everybody kind of has a problem or two with a super flex like this when they're trying to bulk up at QB. So my tight end situation will be pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Highest projected team. I'm not going to review everybody's team. This one right here, I think. Caleb and Drake May. I'm not trying to say you got two starters, so you know it's not horrible. I just wonder. Let's see the rest of your team, because I'm just wondering how you got 3,200 projected points. Now, the projections are just their points. They don't even project good points for rookie running backs and things like that. But Caleb, Drake May, Barkley, Gibbs, love that. Okay. James Cook, Aaron Jones, Tyreek, Cortland Sutton, Zay Flowers, Diggs, Matthew Golden, Aiyuk, Hawkinson, Hunt. I mean, I don't mind your team, Chris, but I don't know how you got the highest ranked team. The Barkley, Gibbs, Cook is nice for sure. It's a good team. I'm always expecting something a little different. Let's go to this one. Was this this is the early pick? No, what was this? Position 9. Purdy, Herbert, Shuck, and Gabriel. Hampton, Connor, Brian Robinson, Tracy, Lamb, Puka, I like that. Kittle, it's good. It's good. Lamar, Stroud, Richardson, Henry, McCaffrey, Mixon, Higgins, Waddle, Chris Olave. I mean, everyone's got problems. There's no team that you look at like mine. I clearly have some problems. Kyler, Stafford, I'm going to look at it again compared to those. Kyler, Stafford, Paul, Caleb. I mean, you could easily say my running back 2 is concerned compared to other people's. I get it. Caleb and Warren. I'm banking on Charbonnet or Benson. Hall and Sharbs. If Sharbs ends up getting in there, then it's go time. I think my receivers got to be one of the top crews, though. Jamar Chase, Adams, and Pickens. McBride. I mean, who's got a better quad of 3 receivers and a tight end? Probably nobody. Pretty damn good. McBride, Chase, Adams, George Pickens, and then Breece Hall, Kyler. I like it. Not my favorite team, but it's pretty good. Travis, anything else? Anything related to the news?
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk.
Warning, what you're about to see might be a little bit... Wrong button. Although that was relevant because I drafted Sharps. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Travis.
No, I just saw Aldi in the chat was saying don't sleep on Harry and Smith. I guess he's looking pretty good in Jets camp. The wide receiver they took.
Yeah. Sure. They got...
blowing people away with his speed. But
Oh, yeah.
They're going to do Falcon poorly if he's just going to be a bust at what.
I mean, the door is open for that number 2 spot for sure.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd say is that, you know, Fields will laser lock, and he's 100% locking on Garrett Wilson. There's no question about that because that's his college wide receiver. The rapport is baked in from day one. People that don't know that, now you know. These guys played together in college. So Fields is going back to his buddy, and it's like playing catch in the backyard. Now, will another receiver be able to eat enough? Maybe, but I don't know if it'll be non-best ball solid, but maybe like we could see one player rise up as the number 2 that could be a final best balls, roster spot type of guy, or a waiver wire player. And if Garrett Wilson got hurt or something, I could see a big waiver wire push for him. But hard to say.
I wonder, like, Aaron Smith is a speed guy, where Malachi Corley, he's fast, but he's more of a guy, you get the ball to him out of the back, almost like a kind of wide back type role you might excel in. I guess it depends on what they want to do with that offense. Corley could work with the Fields too.
Yeah. Hard to say. And what's he in his 4th year?
Who?
Smith?
No, they just drafted him. Arian Smith this year.
Arian Smith, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We're pretty smart.
They have 2 Smiths in the roster, don't they? They have Brian. Don't they have Brian Smith on the roster too? Yeah, Arian Smith. He's he's like 6 foot, $180.
Yeah.
Tiny.
I know he's really fast.
Slender, like a Devontae Smith looking guy, stature wise. Yeah, he's pretty good. Here, I'll watch, because I'll be honest, I don't remember the film. I watched film on him once, but he didn't have a high draft capital, so it was pretty easy to pass him.
800 yards, 4 touchdowns with Georgia last year.
Yeah. I'll be honest, he's not gonna be a moon man or anything, but he'll be somebody that if a spot opens up, he'll be. But like I'll watch some film right now live on him, and I'll tell you my reaction. Because it's been a while since I've seen anything on him. I like soft defense. That was an easy touchdown grab. Let me look at his route running here. Nothing special about that grab, but let's keep rolling through. I like him. He's lanky.
Just a speed guy or what?
Yeah, he's lanky, and he reminds me of a poor man's Devontae Smith.
Yeah. 4.36 40. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Put him as an outside X receiver. So small. Not small, I guess, but smaller, fast guys.
Yeah, I like him. A lot of his catches and his touchdowns are like wide open, sloppy defenses.
So, here's the problem. Injury history and struggles with drops. 27% drop rate in 2022. Roadtree needs expansion. Bourgeois.
Yeah, literally 4 of his 4 touchdowns so far, no one's been around him at all. So some of it's just poor defensive play. But I don't know. He's exciting to some degree, no doubt about it. He can play.
I saw Aldi mention him, and I've seen a couple other people pick up his name.
Yeah, kind of a raw route runner, but he can play slot. He's lanky. He's fast. Wouldn't be surprised if he cracked the number 2 spot at some point. But it's not somebody anybody should be drafting. Just a lot of sloppy defenses. Like literally, I feel like they're letting him score sometimes. But he's not even using tremendous speed to get into the end zone on a lot of these highlights. And but yeah, he's good. He's got good. It seems like he's got good spatial awareness and ball presence. Like he knows where to be. But like all these touchdowns, literally every touchdown or big throw at all that I'm watching, it's an underthrown ball. You know, he's going back to it. There's no one around him. Every play, there's nobody around him. He falls down a lot. But he's fast. But none of these highlights are impressive so far. They're just all, he's wide open, grabs the ball completely, no one around him, falls down. You know, no big stats. His biggest year was what? What was his biggest year? 800?
Yeah, it was 800 last year.
Yeah, it's hard to believe in a guy that can't get 1,000 yards at the college level. That's part of my problem with players. Who am I watching film on? Arian Smith, the receiver. Arian Smith, the receiver, 189-pound receiver for the New York Jets. Rock out.
It is tough. Like, you get a guy like Lad McConkey who, you know, his best year was 15 games, 762 yards. But, you know, for every one of him, a lot of other guys who turn out good that didn't produce.
Yeah. It's like 1 out of, 100. Where did Sanders go versus Flacco in the draft? I want to say like a couple rounds, DJ. I don't remember. It was, I definitely would have taken Shador over Flacco, no doubt about it. But it was like a round and a half. Like Shador went really early. I was trying to wait for Shador. It just got sniped. Who would be your dream best ball team right now, but using approximate normal ADPs? I mean, that's hard to say, Aaron. I mean, I would say I love Lamb. I mean, here, I'll show you right here. This is the one we keep putting up. This would probably be it. Yeah, there you go. Lamb Bowers or Lamb Bucky. Either way, we throw this out there. This is it right here. Because we put this up and I start getting excited. We'll get rid of Bowers so we don't confuse matters.
Bucky's probably your favorite right now, right? I'd say.
Between Harvey and Bucky.
Bowers. You've been taking Bowers a lot. Yeah.
Oh, in the second? Yeah. Bucky in the second is probably my most drafted player in the second round. Bowers, I'm starting to take more and more. I'll take Kyron at the 2-3 turn. But yeah, that's probably it. That's a good question, but yeah, that's it. I've kept that up for a reason. I love it. Thoughts on my worst team from the draft? All right, Rock Out. Let me look at your team real quick. Rock Out had Love, Tua, Aaron Rodgers, yours, Genty, JT, Monty, JJ, Evans, Debo. Yeah, well-rounded. Kelsey, I like it. Love Tua. Aaron Rodgers, obviously I'm not in love with that quarterback situation, but you took a gamble like I did because we're in late picks, and I'm not exactly in love with Kyler and Stafford. Like I normally want a Josh Allen, and then if I got to go, Shador and Milrow and players like that. I like to get Penix Jr. with Josh Allen or JD5 with Penix Jr. That's kind of my favorite best ball teams have derived from that combo. Something like that. Or Penix Jr. or Dak I can get without spending a top 3 draft pick on him. All right, Travis, appreciate you, bro. Call in tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Benny. Talk to you
later. Bye. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm kind of tired tonight, but don't forget to get on over to my thefantasyfootballshow.com. Year-round rankings, bold predictions, trade calculators, etc., etc. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at The Fantasy Football Show. Don't forget to get on over to the Patreon, which is in the link description below. The link is there. It says Patreon, $10 a month. It's where I'm going to go over there right now after the show and say, what's up, everybody? Any post-show questions? So go there. Live chat group, 24/7, 365 live chat group. Don't forget this hat you can get just in the YouTube store by just clicking on the store tab on my YouTube. It says home, live, videos, playlists, then store. Click store. The first item will be this hat. It's an embroidered hat. You can obviously get all this other amazing merch. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for drafting. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Jaime. Thank you, Rock Out. Thank you, Aaron. See you on Patreon.
Got him.
Oh, by the way, I don't think the phone line was clicking for Travis at all. Travis is innocent. Travis is wanted.
Wanted.
Travis is a most wanted outlaw with a clean phone line.
The top most wanted outlaws. These outlaws are on the run. Wanted. Wanted. 'Cause they're wanted. Dead or alive. Smitty, can I just ask you one thing? Can we do karate in the garage?